Yo, what is good, Mets Nation? Welcome back to my first ever Mets Media live stream here on Mets Media. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I am super excited to give you guys my breaking news type of live stream. As you guys know, I'm a Jets YouTuber, and Sam Darnold just got traded, so my mind's all over the place. But I had to make sure that I go live before the Mets game because opening day is finally here. Let's go. We get the official lineup. We got Kevin Pillar leading off, which is a little interesting, and that's simply because there's a lefty on the mound. But this lineup is Kevin Pillar, Lindor, Conforto, Alonso, Davis, McNeil, McCann, Nimmo, and Jacob deGrom. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of the lineup. I'm really curious. I'm excited to get into this pregame live show. I want to interact with all you guys in the stream. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my guy Wardy, who's in here with baby Wardy as well. Shout out to Ryan, sports fan. Darnold's gone. I know, man. It's crazy. My mind's all over the place. Benjamin, shout out to you. MLB Joey, what's good? LFGM Richie, shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate all you guys. Julio, thank you for joining in. We got a Cardinals fan tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got a long pregame live show for you guys. Opening day is officially underway, and I'm super excited. As we know, April 1st, opening day was supposed to be Jacob deGrom versus Scherzer on ESPN, and the whole series gets canceled because of COVID. The day after, Francisco Lindor signs a $10 million, it's not a $10 million, that would be crazy, a 10-year, $341 million contract. We have to wait all the way until Monday to see the $300 million man actually in action in a game that counts. So this is the official lineup. It's going to be interesting because Dom Smith is not in the lineup. And I think the reason is because there's a lefty on the mound. So Rojas wants to make sure there's enough righties out there. Expect Dom Smith to be the first man off the bench when Jacob deGrom wants to get out of here. He's going to be the pinch hitter. You never know what they're going to do. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button, as Wardy just said. Appreciate you guys. We got a lot of people tuning in. My first ever Mets Media pregame live show. If you guys want to see more of this, please make sure you let me know in the chat. I'll greatly appreciate it. I'm excited to get into this. I want to interact with you guys. Julio says, I'm okay with the lineup. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about this lineup. Is it a really good one? Are you concerned that Pillar's getting the start over Dom Smith? Or do you think it's smart because they're going defense in mind and they're obviously making sure that they get, a righty out there against the lefty? So another big situation is Pillar leading off instead of Nimmo the right way to go, even though, Nimmo's a lefty, so they don't really trust Nimmo against the lefty? That's a little interesting. So it's a defensive-minded lineup. You got to give the Mets credit because they have not prioritized defense in, I can't even tell you how long, but we're transitioning to prioritize defense with the new regime in place, which I love. So I like it. I really like this lineup. It's something that nobody expected. For everybody that was tuning into Wardy's stream with him and I, we predicted our lineups, and this was not it. Nobody expected Dom Smith to not be in the lineup, but Julio brings up a great point. Maximize defense for the GOAT. We have to make sure Jacob deGrom has the best defense behind him if possible. Really excited to see what Francisco Lindor can do at short for the first time in a game that counts with Jeff McNeil up the middle. Can they get that double play connection going? And we got Brendan Nimmo on left, Pillar in center, and Michael Conforto in right field. I like that. That's a very good defensive outfield. We'll see what J.D. Davis can do at third. Hopefully we can see a Pete Alonso that is making big steps defensively at first base because that's something that we have to keep an eye out for. And we get the debut of James McCann behind the plate because he is our new catcher for at least the next 4 years. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Kevin, I like the lineup. Dom will pinch hit later in the game. I agree. He's definitely going to be the first man off the bench. Mr. Diggs, LMAO, I might just end up a Mets fan because I asked Richie. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Mr. Diggs, I saw you in my Jets channel. I appreciate you, bro. Even though you're a Bills fan and you support me, it means the world to me, brother. deGrom will hit a home run from MLB Joey. I'm down, bro. We don't get a DH, so let's see our pitchers rake. You know what I mean? Elliot, shout out to Mets Nation. Appreciate you, bro. Guys, everybody in the chat, let me know your predictions. What are we going to do? Who is going to hit a home run, if anybody? Are we going to win? What's the score? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. We're going up against the Philadelphia Phillies team that is coming off a sweep. They are 3-0. They beat an Atlanta Braves team 3 times. And the good thing about it is we're not going up against their top-tier pitchers just yet. We're going up against Matt Moore, who is the 4th man in the rotation, and he has to go up against Jacob deGrom, who is the best pitcher in baseball. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see Jacob deGrom on the mound in a game that counts, because whenever I saw him in spring training gassing out 101, I'm like, yo, Jake, let's save that for the season. I'm not complaining that he absolutely looks insane. Lindor debut home run. All right. I love the energy. Alonso home run. I love that as well. Mets Nation. Elliot says Mets will win 5-1. Okay. I think that's very possible. Listen, I think going up against, Matt Moore, the Mets better score minimum 5 runs. I don't know if that's too much to ask for, but the lineup for the Mets is so potent, and it's no excuses. We really need to make sure that we score runs for Jacob deGrom. He deserves a W tonight. Hopefully, Jake can go at minimum 6 innings and give up, 2 runs or less. I think that would be a solid day for Jake. But Jacob deGrom standards, we're expecting brilliance at all times, right? MLB Joey says 7-0. I'm down for that. The Knicks also play the Nets tonight. I will be watching. I'm setting up my monitor and next to my TV, so I'm going to watch my Knicks versus the Brooklyn Nets and the Mets opening day. I'm going to make my recap video on Mets media after the game. Stay tuned for that. And also make my recap video for the Knicks. So stay tuned for that. Phillies fan here. I love your analysis. I'm getting some intel, though. Ooh, thanks for tuning in, Rick. I appreciate you tuning in, bro. All the rivals in the NL East, good luck for you guys, even though you guys actually started the season and we did not. Lucky for you, we had to get screwed over from the Washington Nationals. But, yeah, I appreciate the support from the Phillies. Good luck to you guys in the series. MLB Joey says, Jacob deGrom no-hitter. Hey, man, I just want to get one of those. Pilar leads off with a home run, 3rd pitch of the game, 6-3 Mets. Okay. All right. Listen, guys, this is a really exciting time for the New York Mets. I don't think we've ever had this much energy and, positive feeling going into a Mets season in a long time, because there's a lot of factors. This is the first time having new regime in the building, with Steve Cohen obviously being the new owner. Francisco Lindor signing that lucrative 10-year, $341 million contract, which was historical, 3rd richest contract in MLB history. We locked him up. He is the new face of the franchise for the decade, and I am excited to watch Francisco Lindor. I think this is going to be a really exciting season for the Mets. It's going to be really competitive all the way until the end. I do think the NL East is going to be probably the best division in baseball. If you guys forget, the Miami Marlins somehow made the playoffs last year. They're a very young and pesky upcoming team. We cannot count them out. The Phillies look like they're great. The Braves are the reigning NL East champions the past 2 years. The Nationals, they won the damn World Series a couple years ago. I know their team is nothing like that, but nobody expected them to win the World Series. So this division is going to be tough. So this is a really important series to start out the gate. We got to take advantage of the fact that we're going up against the back end of their rotation, and we're having our top rotation with deGrom today, Stroman tomorrow. It is going to be awesome. Subscribing now, just under 800. Thank you, Mr. Diggs. I appreciate the subscription. If you guys are new to the Mets media, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. The road to 1,000 subs is underway, and I appreciate all the support, guys. Why isn't Dom in the lineup? I think the reason why Dominic Smith is not in the lineup is for 2 reasons. Number one, we're going up against a lefty, and they want to have as many right-handers in the lineup for the offensive point of view. And defensively, they want to have as many guys that can make a play back behind Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom, as we know, is a brilliant pitcher, and he needs all the help possible to make sure he pitches a gem. I'm actually okay with this to start off the year. It shows, what this is telling the Mets, especially Jacob deGrom, is, hey, we want you to have the best season possible. We're going to, and you can make the argument, you put Dom Smith in because he gives you the best opportunity to score runs. Dom Smith's going to get his at-bat, guys. Don't worry. Just because Dom Smith is not in the lineup does not mean he's not going to, have an opportunity to bat later on in the game. I do think James McCann will be a stabilizing force for the New York pitchers. For the Phillies, as long as we don't have that historically bad bullpen this year, will be better. I subbed. Thank you so much for the sub, Rick. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Mets media community. It's going to be a really fun ride. I'll be posting and streaming all throughout the season. really excited to see where we're at over in September. That's going to be interesting. But I agree, man. It's a very good take. I think James McCann is going to be a really interesting factor of this Mets club, especially because we don't have, we never had a defensive-minded catcher for a long time. Wilson Ramos was never a defensive-minded catcher. He really was offensive-minded. So I'm really interested to see what McCann can do. Can he throw people out at second consistently? Can he, stop balls from going behind the backstop? A lot of things to look out for. So, guys, there's a lot to be excited about for this New York Mets team. I want to know what you guys think in the chat. What are you most excited about? Is it Jacob deGrom's first start of the year? Is it the new Francisco Lindor being our star shortstop for the next decade? Who are you most excited to watch tonight? Is it Pete Alonso because he's red hot in spring training? Is it Edwin Diaz potentially being our closer that we can hope that can lock down games? There's a lot of players that you can pick to be a guy that you're looking out for with the most optimism. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Woo! I'm all over the place, guys. I've been streaming all day, and I love it. Not complaining. Sports is my thing. Brandon Nimmo is who MLB Joey is looking out for the most. Okay. He's batting in the 8 hole today, so that's going to be interesting. Hopefully he can get on base for DeGrom. DeGrom drive him in. We'll see. Richie, which jersey tonight? I'm going to rock my DeGrom jersey. I'm getting my new jersey when I go to the Mets game Saturday. Probably, but they don't have the black uniforms available yet. I kind of want to wait until the black uniforms come out, and then I'm going to get my black Lindor jersey. But tonight, it's easily DeGrom jersey. You know what I mean? DeGrom's on the mound. It's a DeGrom jersey for sure. Let's see. Okay, I'm excited for James McCann with these pitchers and how they do. Yeah, that, like I mentioned earlier, that's a very good person to look out for. He could be really helpful for our pitching staff. I think he's a great guy. He's a natural-born leader. He's a former All-Star, so you never know. And he's batting 7th. Former All-Star batting 7th. I'll take that any day. Let's go Mets. Hi, Richie. I'm new to your channel. Welcome to the channel, Travis. I appreciate you tuning in. If you don't know who I am, my name is Richie, and I have a lot of YouTube channels on the Mets, the Jets, and the Knicks. And I have an NFL YouTube channel and an NBA YouTube channel. I'm all over the place on YouTube. So welcome to my Mets YouTube channel, Travis. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate all you guys, all the support on all my channels. It really means the world to me. If you guys did not, make sure you smash that thumbs up button on your way in so we can get all Mets fans in here, even some Philadelphia Phillies fans in here if they really want to, get into some debates. Why don't you? And shout out to my guy, Wardy. He's all the way on his way to Philly as we speak. I couldn't decide between Alonso and DeGrom, so we're hitting. I'm wearing Polar Bear, and when we're pitching, I'm switching to DeGrom. Yeah, man, that's a good. I don't blame you. Those are the 2 jerseys I own as well. I have a DeGrom and an Alonso jersey. I'm not going to tell you guys who's in the back of there. There's a reason why that jersey is facing forwards and not behind. He's not on the team anymore, so that's why I'm not showing you guys who it is. But yeah, man, this is going to be an exciting time for the Mets. I feel like this is the most exciting the Mets have ever had in so long. The energy is different. We always have so much positive energy leading into the MLB season for the Mets because I feel like on paper we're always great, but we never really put it together. But this year with our new stud shortstop in the building, with Jacob deGrom on the mound again, it is going to be fun. I got your channel from Wardy. Yep, shout out to my guy Wardy. We're going to be doing a lot of things together. I appreciate you coming in from Wardy, man. Baby Wardy's in the stream. Shout out to Baby Wardy for tuning in as always. But yeah, guys, I'm going to be doing a lot of content here on Mets Media all throughout the season. I just got the JT Realmuto jersey. Let me guess, Matt Harvey? No, it's Yoenis Cespedes. That is a Cespedes jersey behind me. I actually got that jersey. The funny story about that jersey, though, is I went to the game in 2015 against the Nationals, if all Mets fans remember the series. And it was the series where we beat them on Sunday night with Syndergaard on the mound, and we took the lead in the East. And that was the day that Cespedes had his first hit as a Met. And after the game, I was like, I got to buy a Cespedes jersey. And there it is. That's the jersey. I just subbed. Thank you so much. I appreciate you subscribing over to Mets Media. I know a lot of you guys know me from Wardy's channel. So for all you guys tuning into Mets Media, it really means the world to me. I'm trying to grow my Mets YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting a lot of Mets content all throughout the season. Recap videos, live throughout games, live before games, all that good stuff. So guys, I really do appreciate all you guys tuning in from Wardy's channel, or if you're just finding me through the YouTube algorithm, it means the best. Julio, you and Wardy are my favorites. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Me and Wardy do put a lot of time. I'm really thankful to have Wardy. He is easily the best upcoming Mets YouTuber out there. I don't think there's anybody on top of him, which is awesome. So, the story of me and Wardy is really funny. And I made my YouTube channel the day that Steve Cohen had his press conference, and I made a reaction to that. And Wardy commented and he DM'd me. He's like, yo, I see what you're doing. I'm interested in making a Mets YouTube channel as well. And then we started talking, and then he made his, and then here we are. And then I got caught up because I got other YouTube channels on the Jets and the Knicks, so I was really prioritizing them. But now I gotta make sure that I keep up my Mets content because it's officially Mets season, and I'm so excited. Let's do it. Giants greater than Jets? Oh, come on, man. It's all good if you're a Giants fan. We don't need to get into any football debates. The Jets just traded Sam Darnold, which is insane. But is this your full-time job? No, it is not my full-time job, but my goal is for this to be my full-time job in the future. For anybody curious. Hi, Rich. Even though I'm a Seahawks fan, that trade was crazy. Yeah, Ryan, that Sam Darnold trade is crazy. But let's get back into the Mets game, right? The Phillies killer Nimmo is in the lineup tonight. Facts, Rick. Brendan Nimmo always does have his best games against the Philadelphia Phillies. This is a really important game because the Phillies, they're 3-0. And if we lose tonight, they go 4-0. That's scary. But I got confidence. I really think tonight we need a win. I think we're going to win. I think Mets fans are going into this with a big optimistic cloud around them with so many different reasons behind it. I mean, listen, guys, we have the best pitcher on the mound in baseball. He hasn't pitched yet. And guys, how crazy has it been? Can you guys relate to this? I've been watching baseball all weekend, watching the damn Yankees for God's sakes, and I'm sitting there so upset. I'm why am I watching all these baseball games and there's no Mets? Why? Why us? But no reason to harp on the past, guys, even though I'm the one doing it. Let's focus on the now. We got Mets baseball in just under an hour. Or just over an hour, excuse me. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming our way. Setting positive vibes all the way from the UK, LFGM. Thank you so much for tuning in all the way from the UK. That means a lot to me. I appreciate all my foreign fans. It means a lot. Let's go Mets. Woo! We have the advantage. We have our number one pitcher, and they have their number 4. Exactly. That's why I have a lot of optimism going into this game. If they had Aaron Nola on the mound or even Zach Wheeler, I'd definitely be a little more worried. Not worried, but I'd be looking at it okay, guys, here we go. But since they have Matt Moore on the mound with Jacob deGrom on the opposing side for us, it'd be really devastating if we lose. I'll just put it that way. The Mets have every single right to win. But listen, guys, the Phillies are 3-0. So their offense has been playing well. Their pitching has been playing well. But Matt Moore, he played overseas last year in Japan. He is not a good pitcher historically, but the Phillies bullpen has been really good. So say Matt Moore gets beaten out, he pitches 4 or 5 solid innings, which hopefully he doesn't. And then the bullpen comes in. That's where the Mets really have to make sure we're good. What are my predictions for the game? Good question. My predictions for the game is Jacob deGrom. He pitches 6 innings. He gives up 4 hits, 1 run. With 9 strikeouts. I could say 7 innings, 11 strikeouts, and that could happen, but we'll see. I think the Mets will win 6-2 at the end of the day. I think that Francisco Lindor drives in a run. I think Pete Alonso goes yard. I think James McCann gets an RBI as well. And then I also think Michael Conforto gets an RBI. That's my predictions. We'll see what will happen. How far will they go this year? Woo! World Series all the way. I'm just kidding. Can't get ahead of ourselves. But, man, a lot of people ask me, hey, Is it World Series or bust for the Mets this year? I don't think so. Is it playoff or bust? Yes. If the Mets don't make the playoffs, it is definitely a disappointment. The window to win is now and the future, obviously, but we just locked up Francisco Lindor for the future. We have the best pitcher in baseball. Look at this damn lineup right here. Look at this lineup. This is without Dom Smith, one of our best hitters. Like, this is deep. We have Jeff McNeil batting 6th. Jeff McNeil is a batting champion waiting to happen. James McCann, former All-Star. Brandon Nimmo, who is usually our leadoff against righties, he's in the 8-hole. The reason why Dom is not playing is because we're going up against a lefty, and Rojas is going with the mindset of, okay, I want to have more righties in the lineup, and he also wants to have a defensive-minded players out there for Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom's on the mound. I'm gonna help out my superstar pitcher by giving him the best defense possible, because we know Dom Smith, he's not a natural left fielder. He does not play left field good. We got to be honest. He's a first baseman, very good first baseman defensively, but in left field, he's not a good one. So that's why I think Dom is not getting the start today, is because they want to prioritize defense. Kevin Pillar in center field, he definitely lost a step defensively, but he was, one of the greatest defensive outfielders in the game for the past 5 years. And Jacob deGrom on the mound, you got to have defense, man. I like that. I like that because the Mets have been known to not prioritize defense for so long, and I feel like getting Francisco Lindor and having this lineup on opening day, it kind of sets a tone. Like, you know what? We know that defense means a lot. And we know that they're going to have Dom Smith in left field, which is not defensive-minded, but we need Dom Smith in this lineup. And that's why the DH really hurts us, man. Not having the DH for the Mets is such a devastating thing. I don't want to harp on that too much, but, man, if we had a DH, it would probably be this exact lineup, and the DH would be Dom Smith. Oof. That would be nuts. That would be insane. I call Lindor will hit a double. Facts. First inning, Kevin Pillar, walk. Lindor double, drives him in. I see you. He will get in a double switch. That is also very possible. You think we got one of the best batting lineups? Hey, man, I wouldn't say one of the best, but I'd definitely say top 5. So I guess you could say that's one of the best. But there's still a lot of teams out there that are really good. The thing about this lineup is it has so much potential. Like, on paper, it's absolutely insane. The question is, can they do it? It doesn't matter how great you are on paper. You need to put it all together. We know the problem last year for the Mets was they could not, bring guys in and runners in scoring position. We did not hit at all. We couldn't hit. So can they flip that narrative when there's a man on second or third base? Can we actually get a damn base hit? Because last year we did not do that. Rick says, from Anthony DeComo, Jacob deGrom is on a pitch count of around 100 pitches tonight, per Louis Rojas. Okay, that's a good thing. That means he should at least hit 7 innings. If his pitch count's at 100, 7 innings, guys, right? But, guys, if you guys are new to Mets Media and you guys are not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. The road to 1,000 subs is underway. I appreciate all the support here on Mets Media. I'm very close to 800 subscribers. Smash that thumbs up button as well if you guys are new. I'm going to be going live all throughout the season, recap videos. I'll be making a recap video if we win or lose to this game on this channel, so stay tuned for that. That'll be up later tonight after the game, obviously. Rick also gives us another update from Anthony DeComo. The Mets plan to bring him back Saturday for Game 5 of the season. Really? Wait. Is this true, Rick? Because I'm going to that game. I'm going to the game Saturday. If this is true, and I'm pretty sure you are, I wouldn't think that you're lying. That's really good news for me because I thought they were not going to skip. They were going to put Joey Lucchesi in on Saturday. So that means I'm witnessing Jacob deGrom. I'm going to the game Saturday. Let's go. I'm going to be vlogging that game. Oh, man. That is awesome. Look up. I believe you, Rick. Thank you for letting me know because that just got me excited. Woo! That is awesome, Rick, because I was a little worried. I was worried that they weren't going to pitch deGrom in the 5th day because of the whole switch. Michael says, if the DH ain't coming, we're going to have to move some of the bats because Nimmo can't play center field, Dom cannot play left field, or JD and McNeil both play in the infield. Yeah, man. They got to be creative. There's a lot of maneuvers they're going to do throughout the season, especially with injuries and stuff. So we'll see what they do, man. It's going to be interesting to see. It's unfortunate that we don't have a DH because we got teased last year to see what it was like to have a DH in the NL, but it is what it is. We are hype. 100% we're hype, Michael. Let's go. Mets for life. Yes, sir. The Mets Nation, stand up. We are back. Mets baseball is finally here, and I'm excited to go live leading up until the game because I want to go crazy with you guys. Let's go. My camera battery is low on battery, so I need to make sure I change that really quick before my camera turns off. All right, guys, I'm turning off my camera for a split second. Don't you guys go anywhere. I'm still here. Don't you worry. I'm just changing my battery. But, guys, let me know in the chat, how excited are you for the Mets season? And what's giving you guys the most excitement for the season? I know we asked this, but which position group is it? See, this is the type of question. This is the type of answer I want. Stroman is the X factor. He needs to turn it on this year. Can't have his 5-inning, 4-run performances. I agree, Michael. I really do think he's the X factor for the season. Let me know in the chat, guys. Who do you guys think is the X factor for the Mets this year? Is it Stroman? Is it Pete? Is it Conforto? Everybody let me know. Who do you think is the X factor for this team? I need to get more batteries because this camera keeps dying on me. I got a Sony a6400 for someone asking me which camera I got. But yeah, let me know who you guys think. Do you think there will be pitching will be a problem besides DeGrom? I sure hope not. I think our pitching is going to get better as the season goes on because as we get healthier, it's going to get so scary. I mean, Syndergaard coming back, who knows what he's going to be like. Cookie Carrasco, unfortunately, he went down with a torn hamstring. And then if you include the bullpen, Seth Lugo, that's a huge injury. Hopefully he's good because he's, I think, the most important piece of the bullpen outside of Edwin Diaz. So we'll see. A lot of people saying Lindor's the X factor, and you say Conforto. Okay. Interesting. Let's see, guys. Alonso, he'll be back to his 2019 form. I agree, Rick. So I said in all awardee streams, if there's anybody that has the biggest X factor on the offensive lineup for this team, it's Pete Alonso. Because as we know, Pete Alonso struggled last year in a sophomore season, even though he was on pace to be top 5 in home runs, which is insane. That's when you know you're a good player. If you look like you're struggling, but you look at the stats and power-wise, he was slugging the rock. But listen, if Pete Alonso can get back to his 2019 form and be even better, or even go back to that way, this lineup is going to be even better. Because with Frankie Lindor, or I shouldn't call him Frankie because he said he doesn't want to be called that, with Francisco Lindor in the lineup, with Pete and Conforto and McNeil and Dom Smith, man, Pete Alonso is going to have a lot of opportunities to drive guys in. Familia is the X factor. Yeah, Familia is another big reason because the bullpen, big question mark. Is Trevor May going to take a step? Is he going to prove to be a really good free agent acquisition? Loop, Castro, Familia, Betances. What kind of Familia we getting, guys? Familia, you never know. You never know which type of Familia we're getting. It's either a Familia that gives up the lead or it gives, loads the bases up with no outs and somehow gets out of it. You never know which one we're getting. Stroman and Diaz, if they both have career years, we will be good. Facts, Michael. I think these two are very important, especially Diaz. I mean, Diaz, last year, he had a very good year. And it was a shortened season, so we couldn't get a full season of it. But if Diaz can put it all together, and that hype song really is a big reason why he has success, woo! Because the bullpen is such a huge part of baseball, as you guys know, and I think that's the biggest X factor in the entire Mets team when it comes to just positions. Excuse me, guys. Blow my nose real quick. But limited fans will help Diaz. That's true. I feel like he is somebody that crumbles under pressure a little bit, for sure. But guys, there's a lot to be excited about. It's either it's either whether it's the offense, whether it's Jacob deGrom, whether it's the new regime and Steve Cohen. What do you guys think of what Cohen had to say this morning? I mean, he talked to the media with Sandy Alderson. He said that he's best friends with Lindor. You know, that they're thinking about extending Conforto, but who knows? I think Conforto getting, contract year, it's going to benefit him as a player because he knows that he needs to play well in order to get paid a lot. So expect Conforto to have a career year. I think he's going to have his best season so far. I'm curious to see what happens because we know spring training, you can't read too much into it, whether a player does really good or really bad. For example, Pete Alonso, scorching hot spring. Jeff McNeil, ice cold spring. So is that going to translate into the regular season? Does that mean McNeil's going to be terrible in the regular season? No. Does that mean Alonso's going to start out red hot? No. Could it? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm really, really interested, bro. I'm really interested. Diego, I appreciate you coming in from Wardy. I really appreciate you guys. Everyone that's tuning in from Wardy's channel. My name is Richie. I have a Mets channel as well, Mets Media. I go live on his channel. He goes live on my channel. We're going to be doing collaborations all throughout the season. I'm going to be going live all throughout the season. I'm going to be making a recap video to all the games throughout the year as well. So a lot of Mets content here at Mets Media. I appreciate all you guys tuning in from Wardy's channel, or if you're just finding me through the YouTube algorithm, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Join the Mets Media community. It's going to be a fun ride. And I'm excited to get into a long baseball season of games literally every single day. There's going to be so much stuff to talk about, a lot of things to get hyped up about, and it's going to be awesome, guys. I think this is going to be a really fun year for Mets Nation. We deserve this year. I have a really good feeling. With Frankie Lindor getting locked up for 10 years, I can't imagine where our minds would be if we did not lock him up, right? Like, that would be devastating. Outside looking in, it seems the Mets chemistry on a higher level this year. Yeah, that's I really do think so. Lindor said one of the reasons why he signed long-term, and yes, obviously the big reason was the money. I know that. But Francisco Lindor did say he really wanted to, he came back because of the guys in the clubhouse. And that tells you, Francisco Lindor wouldn't have signed this contract for 10 years if he did not connect with the guys in the clubhouse. Obviously, the money was a huge factor. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it tells you the type of leadership and the chemistry and everybody in the clubhouse wanted to play for one another. It's a healthy environment, and that's such a big part of any sport, football, basketball, hockey. You need to have good chemistry in the locker room, the clubhouse, and that's what's going to take a team to the next level, and we have a very healthy one now. Underrated X factor, Trevor May. That's huge as well. He's another bullpen acquisition. The bullpen is the big X factor in general. And if Trevor May is somebody that can take that step and be a guy that's reliable, and he can come in either in the 6th inning, in the 7th, or even close games at times. Say Edwin Diaz is tired and he's unavailable during a game because he pitched back-to-back games. We need to have a plug-in closer. Trevor May, when he was interviewed during spring, he said he in his previous team, he was always ready for any situation, whether that's going in the 5th inning or the 9th. So I think Trevor May is going to be a very underrated X factor. I agree with you. Jay Kang, LGM, pumped for this game. So Richie, how about that Darnold trade? Jets fleeced them. I'm a Finns fan, and I have to give them credit for that one. Big game for Alonso tonight. I can feel it. So you're a Dolphins fan and a Mets fan. That's interesting. But yeah, man, I was live for the Sam Darnold trade on my Jets channel like an hour ago. If you want to see my initial reaction, go check that out. But I'm not going to get into that trade because I know this is not a Jets channel. I don't want to get into football, but that trade was wild. The Jets have 21 draft picks in the next 2 years, and they're setting themselves up to be great. But I'm not going to go too in detail on that trade just yet. Jaden, I think an X factor could be James McCann. I agree. I think that James McCann is somebody, like I mentioned earlier, we need a defensive-minded catcher, and I think that this Mets regime is pushing defense because previously we have not been. Having a defensive guy behind the plate is so big for the pitchers, and then having a defensive superstar shortstop. Jeff McNeil finally playing his natural position. I think Robbie Cano being suspended really helped out this clubhouse, low-key. But I think this is a good take, Jaden. I am, my friend, living in New Jersey. All right, so let's go Mets, and good luck to your Finns, man. Good luck to your Finns. Full capacity Citi Field and Trevor May is a match made in heaven. Yeah, too bad we're not going to get full capacity anytime soon. But I'll be there. on Saturday. Question, when you heard about the Phillies bullpen woes, who do you think last year a win against the Phillies was automatic? Listen, man, I think the Phillies are such an underrated team this year. One of my friends, actually, a Mets fan, asked me, who are you scared of the most? Is it the Phillies or the Nationals? And I said, you know what? I'm taking the Phillies. I think the Phillies are going to be better this year. I think that they're going to be a team in this division that we're going to have to worry about more than the Nationals. And they just swept the Braves. You know what I mean? I'm really worried. I'm not worried about them, but that's the team I'm looking out for sure. Question, do you think we should release Robinson Cano? You know, I don't know if we can financially. I don't know how we can get out of that contract. I don't think Robbie Cano needs to be here, especially with Jeff McNeil as our starting second baseman. I'm totally okay with that. I don't think Robbie Cano needs to be here. And his suspension helps us out this year because we don't have to pay him. But next year, he's going to be on the books. And I would be okay with, cutting him, honestly. I don't know the financial situation. If we're paying him that much, maybe it'll be okay. You can come off and be a bench player because Robbie, and say a DH happens next year, he could be a DH role, but we'll see. I like Robinson Cano. I feel like he was a really good Met just because, he's old. Obviously, he's not the old classic Robbie Cano, but he's a bomb waiting to happen. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with Cano. We will sweep the Phillies. Yes, we will. Did you know that Bobby? Yes, I do know he's getting paid until 2035. It's a funny topic. Lindor's going to be getting paid until like 2042. So we'll see him. We'll see about that. I like him, but not for 20 plus million. Exactly, Jaden. I like Cano. I don't have anything against him, but for the money we're paying him, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, is he worth this money? No, he's not. Guys, I'm 1 subscriber away from 800 subscribers. If there's anybody that's in the stream and did not hit that subscribe button, make sure you do so. Let's hit 800 subs before opening day. That would be awesome. I appreciate all you guys tuning in to a Mets Media live stream. I'm going to be going live so often throughout the season here on Mets Media. Any of you guys that are fans of the NFL or NBA, I have a Jets YouTube channel, and I also have a Knicks YouTube channel. And I also have an NFL channel called Touchdown Kingdom, and I have an NBA channel called Basketball Kingdom. So I got a lot of stuff going. If you guys are interested in checking those out, make sure you do so. I'm looking at the Mets as well. Got the prepared dinner. Good discussion, Richie. Good luck tonight. Well, not have a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in, Rick. Good luck to your Phillies. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Hopefully I'll see you in future streams. Question, do you think we should trade Cano for bullpen or starting rotation or position player for the Mets? Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a big trade market for Cano. I don't see a team trading for that contract for a player that's, how old is he, 38? I don't think anyone's going to do that. But if they can bring someone in, yeah, 100%. Steven Matz is pitching for the Jays tonight. Is he really? That's interesting. I'm definitely curious to see how his outing goes. Man, guys, anybody that's football fans, like as a Jets YouTuber, Jets diehard fan, they just traded away our quarterback, Sam Darnold. And it's crazy. I'm just thinking about my Mets right now, but still. Lefty versus lefty, facts. Mets, Jets, Knicks, no one can call you front runner. Yes, Jeff. Indeed. Nobody could call me a front runner. I've been getting clowned since I was a kid. All my Yankees fans, friends, Giants fans, friends, and, my whole life, I was like, looked at as, how are you rooting for these terrible teams? And I'm like, I'm loyal. I'm not going anywhere. I know it'll pay off one day. And here I am, 8 years later. I have YouTube channels on all of them. And all 3 of them are low-key trending upwards. I really think so. Wilson season fact. Zach Wilson is on his way to the Jets, most likely. Gets me excited. Does get me excited. For sure. And all the draft picks. But we're not going to get into football. Hey, I hit 800 subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. 200 away from 1,000 subs. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited to get deep into my Mets YouTube grind because I've always looking forward to it. I'm really busy with my other channels, but now it's time for me to dig deep into my Mets Media channel. I'll be going all in on it, guys. How do you feel about Pilar at number 1? Good question, Andrew. So this obviously is a shock to all Mets fans. I went over this earlier in the stream, but I think the reason why they went this route is for 2 reasons. There's a lefty on the mound, so they want to have a righty out there at the plate to lead off the game. And also, we want to have a really good defense for Jacob deGrom. Instead of having Dom Smith out back there in left field, it's a liability. We have 3 solid defenders. And Brandon Nimmo is more comfortable in the corner, in my opinion, but he's going to be playing center field a lot this year. But I think it's an interesting move. It tells us that this Mets regime is not messing around with defense. And I like that. I definitely like that. Steven Matz is doing really good so far, is he? He's got 6-inning pitch, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. I always loved Steven Matz, man. I really did. Sucks that we let him go, but we'll see what he does. Question, are you going to the Mets home game on Sunday versus Marlins? Because I'm going to the game. I will be going to the game on Saturday against the Marlins. So, unfortunately, I'll not be able to meet you, bro. One day, I definitely will. I'm also going to the Mets game next Wednesday and Thursday with Wardy. So, anybody going to those games, let me know. Mets has the good stuff, but can't put it all together. I agree. I think he also lacked the mentality needed. Jacob deGrom has the most evolved baseball mind you can have. Just an absolute technician, relentless work ethic, just masterful. That's how you become great in any sport. It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind. Steve Matz, he lacked that. Mets are taking 2 of 3 against the Phillies. That'll be a win, man. We need to win we need to win the series at all costs. It would be a disaster if we go 1-2 or even 0-3. I don't want to say we will, but we're winning tonight with deGrom on the mound. I'm going to manifest that into existence for sure. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun night. What state do I live in? I live on Long Island, New York. New York repping. Peterson versus Nola, though. Exactly, yeah. You're right, Jeff. That scares me. That's a game that we're going to have to look out for. Hopefully we're 2-0 going into that game, though. Really hope we're 2-0. Because if we're 2-0 going in and we lose that, okay, we're 2-1. We're good. Can't wait to hear the SNY music. All right, I'm not going to sing the melody for you guys because I think the real music's better than me singing it, right? Do you think we can get really good players this offseason? Absolutely, Evan. I mean, we're officially a new regime where we're a big market team. And Steve Cohen said that earlier. We're going to be on every single free agent. Just because we gave Francisco Lindor a crazy contract doesn't mean we're going to be strapped down and we can't spend big anymore. We're going to be able to pay anybody we want, but in a smart way. We're not going to, like he says, spend like drunken sailors, but we're going to be in on everybody, man. We're going to be in on everybody. It's an exciting time. The best feeling is when you hear the SNY music, 100%. I can't wait to turn on the pregame right after this stream. But guys, I hope you guys are enjoying my first ever Mets Media live stream. Let me know in the chat if you guys are enjoying it. If you guys want me to do this more often, let me know. I'm definitely going to try to go live as much as I can here on my channel because I love interacting with Mets fans. Mets Nation, the Mets community is something special. Like, we're just super passionate. We're crazy. We're lunatics. We love our squad. And we have literally one of us as an owner, but it just happens to be a multi-billionaire. So let me know if you guys are enjoying this. Who will get a contract first, Thor or Conforto? My gut tells me Syndergaard because I think Syndergaard knows that he can't get a big contract with a Tommy John surgery. I think Conforto's going to test free agency. So my prediction is Syndergaard. Enjoying. Keep up the great work. This is fun. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate you tuning in and enjoying my first pregame live show. I am enjoying it as well. If the Mets trade before the deadline, what would it be? I think it needs to be a bullpen arm, another elite bullpen arm. That would be big at the deadline. And say, we don't know anything about injuries. I don't want to talk about injuries because it's scary, but it's unfortunately a part of the game. Say someone goes down and we're missing a big hole, then we could go after someone. Also, a third baseman could be a target. Say J.D. Davis is not performing well defensively. Maybe we could go after a third baseman that's disgruntled. Yeah, that's what Jaden says. I think we're going to make moves at the bullpen. Yeah, exactly what I said. Agree, Jaden. Do you agree with Pilar leading off other than Nimmo? I understand why Pilar's in the lineup tonight, but Pilar leading off instead of Nimmo, I understand lefty against righty, way better, chance. But Nimmo, he gets on base so easily against lefties. So we'll see what Pilar does. Maybe he can get on base. But the one thing about Pilar, which is awesome, is earlier in his career, he's known as a defensive-minded outfielder that can't really hit. Now he's kind of evolved into an offensive-minded guy and kind of lost his step on defense. So maybe he can really be a solid leadoff hitter whenever we have a lefty on the mound. If Stroman lights it up this year, do we extend? Think we have to. He looks poised to have a big year too. 100%, man. Stroman's another guy that, like, off the field is a perfect guy to have long-term. His, social media presence, his overall great energy, his positive attitude of life. He's very spiritual. He just loves, being the guy that his energy on the mound is unmatched. If we could afford to bring in Stroman back and he plays well and he wants to be back, 100% bring him back. I mean, he had an opportunity to leave. Marcus Stroman had a player option and he could have walked out and got a long-term contract, but he saw Steve Cohen's press conference. He's like, I want to be playing for that man. And he also knows, he sees the bank account of he sees the financial flexibility of Cohen, and he knows if he plays lights out this year, Steve Cohen is going to pay him generously. He knows that. If Familia and Betances stink, they will get cut. Yeah, man, these are two players that we got to look out for. It's a make or break season for both of them. Do you think McWilliams will be up soon if Gazelman or Familia struggle? Yeah, man. I think he is the one guy in the farm system that all Mets fans have our eyes on. Mini Thor. Definitely excited to see what he can do. Question, do you think we should trade for a really good third baseman? This is something that we could talk about leading up to the trade deadline. I think we should really focus on what we have now. Is J.D. Davis going to be a guy that's going to be solid for us? Is he going to struggle at third? Is he going to be a beast offensively? I think that's the main question mark. Is J.D. Davis a stud? Because he has potential to be really good offensively. Does Pilar have any good lifetime numbers versus Phillies pitchers? I'm not too sure because I'm pretty sure, he's been playing in Toronto his entire life. So he's been playing the AL. So I don't really think he had a lot of time against the Phillies. So not too sure. Still would have had Dom in the lineup. Yeah, man. It sucks that Dom's not in the lineup, but hey, he'll be pinch hitting. He'll be here. We're prioritizing offense. Excuse me, we're prioritizing defense. My apologies. I do not understand why Dom's not playing. It's not just because there's a lefty on the mound. It's also because of defense. And we have Jacob deGrom on the mound, and they want to make sure there's the best defense possible behind Jacob deGrom. Dom Smith is not a natural left fielder, so you got to put that in consideration as well. There's two reasons why Dom Smith's not in the lineup. And it's unfortunate, but hey, he's going to get his pinch hit. He's going to be able to pinch hit or even a double switch opportunity. You never know. Is Jeff McNeil going to be an all-star this year? Hey, man, he's been an all-star before. He's a 300 batting average plus waiting to happen. He has a batting champion waiting to happen as well. He has so much potential. He definitely could be an all-star. He's a former all-star, so why not? Oh, yeah, Pilar played for the Rockies as well. My apologies. So he definitely had – I don't know his stats against the Phillies, though. Surprised not to see deGrom in the 8-hole. Yeah, it would be – if Nimmo's 8, I could see deGrom 8 and Nimmo 9. The double leadoff position is something. But we'll see, guys. We got a lot of stuff leading up. It's officially under 1 hour until Mets opening day. Did I quit streaming Knicks games? No, I did not. I have not streamed the Knicks game in quite some time, but don't worry, King J. I'll be back streaming my Knicks games eventually. I'll be streaming Mets games and Knicks games throughout the year, but don't worry, King J. I just took a little break because I got a lot of stuff, that I'm working on that I don't have a lot of time, but I appreciate you looking out for them. But man, guys, I'm just so excited for tonight. I mean, especially because the lead up is so annoying. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like the build up to this opening day was so awesome. We woke up. It was my birthday on April 1st. I was expecting Jacob deGrom to be on my birthday, just have a lights out game. It's the day after Lindor gets signed to an extension. All vibes are high, and then series is canceled. So we had to wait so long, and that's why opening day is feeling even more grand, is because we had to wait so long. I love how Rojas said that the players are like caged animals. They're ready to get unleashed and just go crazy. Yo, it's going to be an awesome Mets season. I appreciate all you guys tuning in to my first ever Mets live stream, Mets pregame live stream. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all the support on all my YouTube channels. But guys, the Mets are back. Cue the music. Meet the Mets. I got to play it myself. But guys, I'm going to the Mets game Saturday. Apparently, Jacob deGrom is on the mound, and I'm super pumped up. Let me know in the chat your predictions for tonight. Love that you interact with us in the chat. Very cool. You and Morty are now my go-to for all things Mets. Ready for a great season and right into football. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that a ton. I really do think that it's important to interact with you guys in the chat, because without you guys in the chat, us YouTube content creators are nothing. So we got to show our appreciation. We got to make sure that we let you guys know that we appreciate you very much. So Jay, thank you so much for appreciating me. I appreciate you, man. What do you think about Conforto? Do you think he will be getting extended? My gut tells me Conforto is going to test free agency. After seeing the press conferences, and his agent is known to bring in guys into free agency, because that's where they can get the most value. That's where they can get the most money. But my gut does tell me that Conforto is going to hit free agency, and Steve Cohen is going to be like, hey, we want you here long term. And I just don't see Conforto wanting to leave the Mets. Like, he's a homegrown talent. He hit 2 home runs his rookie season in the World Series. I feel like he wants to be here long term, and he'll take less money. Could be wrong, but we'll see. My gut tells me Conforto's here long term. You and Wardy are my guys. Appreciate that, brother. The Mets win. I sure hope so. Where did Rojas say that? I need to see it. I don't know what he saw. He said in a press conference that the players are like caged animals, which really makes me even more excited. The one caged animal that I'm excited to get unleashed the most is the polar bear. He's just sitting there like, ah, he's going to go wild, man. I'm super excited. I am so excited for the season to start, guys. And we have less than an hour to go. Less than an hour to go. Woo! Oh, my gosh. Guys, smash that thumbs up button if you guys are new to Mets Media. Also, make sure you smash that subscribe button. I noticed that we got a lot of new people in the stream. Shout out to everybody. If you guys are new, my name is Richie. Nice to meet you. I have a lot of YouTube channels, including the Mets, obviously. I'm going to be going live and posting recap videos all throughout the season. So if you guys are new to Mets Media, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate that. What is the Mets' lifetime opening record? I don't know on the top of my head, but it's something really good, because I think we are the best team in the league when it comes to opening day, which is wild. It's pretty dope. We are the best team in the league when it comes to opening day record-wise. And it sucks that they don't get the whole opening day feel. There's no vibe. The Phillies already had 3 games under the belt. This is our opening day, but Thursday at Citi Field will be our opening day for Mets fans. 7-2 tonight. Let's go. I'd be happy with a 7-2 dub. I'd be happy with a 7-2 dub for sure. It's coming, guys. Guys, we've waited so long for this, whether it's the offseason, whether it's from even Thursday. I feel like the past 3 days, it's been a month of time. That's how slow time is moving. But, guys, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. I see we got a lot of new people joining in the stream right now. Shout out to everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying your time watching my channel. Appreciate you. Richie, you and Wardy are beyond your age. Never change. You guys are going to have a nice career. Thank you so much, Garden State Gardener. I appreciate that. It means a lot. I got a lot of YouTube channels. I've been doing this for a year now, and it's my passion. I'm doing it for everything I love, And I appreciate you, taking notice and giving your appreciation to me. It means the world to me. But none of this is possible without all you guys watching. All you guys hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, being interactive in the chat. It means nothing without you guys. So I really, really appreciate it so much. I can't even explain how much. You know what I mean? I'm so pumped up for tonight's game. I got my DeGrom jersey on standby. Let's go. I'll be putting mine on right after the stream for sure. Smash that like button. Make Richie Thanks, KJ. You're the man. What's up, Harrison? Appreciate you subscribing, man. Welcome to the Mets media community. I appreciate you. I recognize you from Wardy's stream. All my Wardy fans coming in. I appreciate you guys. Really do. Hello, fellow Mets fans and Richie. Shout out to Nelson. Hope you're enjoying your day. Let's go Mets. We got a lot of things coming up. Do you think you should play MLB The Show 21? Yeah, I'll be definitely getting the game. If you guys want me to make Mets MLB The Show content, let me know. I'll definitely love to make MLB The Show content. Hit the bell button. Yeah, hit that bell button to get those post notifications on, baby. I had my Lindor jersey. Ooh, I'm waiting to get the black uniforms announced. You know what I mean? I want to get those black uniforms so I can get my Frankie Lindor jersey. I'm panicking. Knicks or Mets game. Hey, you got to watch both or just flip back and forth. I'm going to have both games on at once. A gaming channel. I don't know if I could make another channel, even though in the future I'm going to make more, but I can only handle so many. I have 6 YouTube channels. 6. How's your day going? My day is going pretty well. I was live on Wardy's channel earlier today talking about the Mets, and then I went live on my Jets channel. Sam Darnold gets traded, and then here I am live about the Mets, and then tonight we get the Knicks versus the Nets, and then the Mets versus the Phillies. It's a great time to be alive. Nets are the best. We got a Brooklyn Nets fan in the house. Question, do you know where the All-Star game will be this year? No, I do not know yet. I know that they're discussing, but they did not announce it. I don't know when they'll announce that yet. What do I think the DeGrom stat sheet's looking like? Whew. Okay. Rojas said that it's 100 pitching count. Is this like peak, whatever. So I say 7 innings, 1 run, 10 strikeouts, 4 hits. That's my prediction. Is that realistic? Hope so. Just subscribe to all your channels. Thank you so much, Harrison. That means a lot to me, man. It really does. I put a lot of time into these YouTube channels, so I appreciate you tuning in and subscribing to all my channels. Thank you guys so much. For those guys interested in all my channels, it's down below in the description, my link tree. If you're interested, go check it out. Or just click on my channel, and they're all linked there. Yeah, we got a lot of Brooklyn Nets fans in here. Good luck to you guys tonight against my New York Knicks. You guys are definitely the front runners to win that game, that's for sure. I'm just hoping the Knicks will be competitive. You know what I mean? That game against the Nets last time was a gritty game. Really upset the Knicks did not pull it off. But hey, Richie, the future Knicks or Mets owner. Hey, man, I got to make a lot of money for that to happen. Just subbed. Found you by Wardy. Great content. Thank you so much, Coffee. I appreciate that. Wardy is my guy. We're going to be doing a lot of content together on his channel, on my channel. So I appreciate you subscribing. It means a lot to me. Mets Media is just the beginning. I'm going to be posting so much content all throughout the season. So I appreciate all my new subscribers. Welcoming you guys to my Mets community. I appreciate it. The Knicks suck. Sorry. Hey, man, 25-25. That doesn't suck. That doesn't suck. We used to suck, but that doesn't suck. Which black jersey do you think I should get when they get on sale? I don't know if they're going to be ready. The black jerseys are not available yet, so I don't know if they're going to be available on Sunday, but I would have to go Lindor because he's here 10 years. For sure. Wish we had a DH. I missed Dom in the lineup. Facts. The DH not coming to us it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate, but you got to adapt. You got to understand that this is a business where you need to adapt. If you just think and harp on the past, it's never going to change. You got to evolve. And we got Jacob DeGrom at bat, and he's one of the best pitching hitters in the league. So let's do it. Let's do it. Woo! All right, guys. So anything you guys want me to talk about before I wrap up the stream? Because we got a half hour until the beginning of Mets baseball. Any other questions, let me know in the chat. And then I'm going to let you guys go and go tune in to the pregame over at SNY. And then stay tuned, guys. I'm going to make a reaction video to the game. So that will be up after the game, obviously, whether we win or lose. So stay tuned for that. This is a good question. When we see Mauricio and Batty come up next season, or even possibly during this offseason, could you see them starting over J.D. Davis? That's interesting, man. I think Brett Batty has a chance, or Beatty has a really good chance to be the future third baseman. I have a lot of high hopes for him. Even Mauricio, I mean, he's a shortstop, so now we locked up Lindor for long term. Does he have a potential at third base because he's a big-ass guy? It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Is that a PS5 in the background? Yes, it is. Stream Mets game, please. Once you NO cry for hours. Hey, man, I can't stream the Mets game because I got to watch the Knicks as well. But I will be definitely streaming Mets games in the future. Also, P. Crow Armstrong is indeed a really good – I think he's a center fielder of the future. P. Crow Armstrong. We got a really intriguing farm for the future, guys. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm not going to mention his name. Well, I guess I have to, but because now you don't know who I'm talking about. Who cares about Jarrett Kelenic, right? He can do his thing. We got Diaz. Can I get an LFGM? Of course you can, Chris. Let's go Mets. It's officially Mets season. We have 30 minutes until Jacob deGrom is on the mound, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Subscribe to this channel. Appreciate that, Harrison. I'm not even going to watch the Nets game all about the Mets today. Yeah, man. Hopefully when you see the Nets score, you're a little shocked that the Knicks beat you. I'm just messing around. Can I get a shout out? Of course you can, Harrison. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the support. All you guys in the chat. It means so much to me that you guys are tuning into my Mets media channel. You guys are awesome. So I'm probably going to end the stream off here. I wanted to do like an hour pregame show. If you guys want me to do this more often, let me know in the chat that you guys want to see more live streams before the games here on Mets Media. And expect a lot of stuff with me and Wardy. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff. So that does it for this stream. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button if you guys enjoyed, if you did not already. And also hit that subscribe button if you guys did not already. Enjoy the game all. We'll look for your recap video. Great job here, Richie. Let's go, Mets. Thank you so much, Jake Hang. I appreciate your support. Everybody, it means a lot to me. It really does. Randall for the win from the baseline. You heard it here first. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the love. Let's go, Mets. Everybody spam LFGM in the chat so we can get some good positive vibes heading into Mets opening day. Again, guys, I appreciate all the love. You guys are the best. LFGM. Let's go, Mets. I'll catch you guys in my recap video at the end of the game. Peace out, guys. Let's get this W. Let's start off 1-0. Peace out.